We're on the lake. We're gonna get in the woods and find some tree rats. That's what's coming up next. Breaking Edge Outdoors. Alright guys, we're out here on Lake Shelbyville today. It is the opening day for squirrel season. Old bushy tails. So we're out here. Patrick has brought a, what you got? It's a CZ...
22, yeah.
A CZ22.
It's actually a youth model.
It's a youth model. I actually bought it for his boy, but it's such a tech driver that he can't get away from it. We're going to get out here. We're going to do a little bit of scouting, a little bit of squirrel planking.
Trail cameras.
Get some trail cameras set up. We're just going to have a nice day out in the central Illinois woods. We're going to take you guys along and see what all we can see. We are on public ground, but it does kind of butt up against private ground. So we're going to use an online plat map to make sure that we are where we're supposed to be. That's always been a big thing with me, and I'm pretty sure with the rest of the guys and every other landowner out there. Watch your boundary lines, stay off private property unless you have permission. Well, down across these tops here, we found a little draw that goes down. Not too awful terrible. Man, these cameras really flatten everything out. We found a crossing here. It's got plenty of sign tracks in it. It's been well used. It's been raining pretty good here the last few days. We got quite a bit of rain yesterday, so all these tracks here are fresh. So deer are definitely moving through here.
This would probably be a good spot for a camera. You can see right here, it's really, really thick over there, which they'll go through that, but and on this side it's really steep, and that's kind of open right here through the middle, and you can see right where they've been walking right down through here, and it actually Y's off right here. It goes off to the left over there where we went across that crossing a while ago.
Yeah, that's where we just come from.
And then that goes on straight down more.
Right
kind of going down to the lake.
Yep, so it kind of splits off like...
There's a little junction right
in here.
Probably going to set a camera up on this spot if I don't find something better up here a little farther away. We'll see. Oh my gosh.
You look like you're casting a spell. Arachnus Expelliarmus. 3 steps later, we must be in a good spot. Probably not going to be the greatest spot for a public land camera. So let's stand here. And another tree stand. So we must be in the right spot, because that other stand, well, here's the trail. So that other stand's just 30 yards away. Well, correction, this newest stand that we just found is on private ground. How well you can see the orange dot right there on the tree.
Core ground's marked really good. There's red on all these trees. You can see them all down through there. And then every so often there's a sign like this one here.
Which we're not going to step over there, but I'll kind of reach around this tree. That little sign right there which means we are on public ground, and going past that tree puts us on private. We don't have permission to be on, so we're going to turn back.
Let's set cameras up back here. I know there's a stand back there, but I'm still going to put one on that pinch point.
There's a good chance, though, that that stand could belong to this stand.
Probably. More than likely.
Do you guys do that? You put a stand 50 yards away from one of your other stands?
Sometimes that's all it takes to get out of the wind.
Yeah, sometimes you've got to. I'm going to be ordering a stand here before too long and put it on the small piece of private that I've got, and they're going to be 80 yards apart.
Right by that thing.
You did. Absolutely, just walked right past this big old black snake.
Is that a corn snake, or is that one of those blue viper racing?
I think it's just a black rat snake. Is he even alive? Oh yeah, he's alive.
Oh, he definitely alive. Grab him, Steve.
Wouldn't be the first time. I don't know. What kind of snake is that? Somebody let me know. Okay. After a little bit of debate, we are going to go ahead and throw a camera on here. What kind of camera is that, Patrick?
I don't remember what the hell they're called. The cheapest camera you can find. Perfect for public ground.
That's not going to focus on that Bresser?
Bresser. That's right. They're cheap, 5 megapixel. Good enough for public ground.
I think Lance actually had posted a link on this on Facebook.
You can get 8 of them for like $140 or something like that.
Yeah, those are great public line cameras. Oh, that's weird.
It's like upside down.
No, it's like,
oh yeah,
the back is like U-shaped
in it.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of nice. It does give you the.
I don't think that one's gonna need one.
It looks like there's 3 different spots there on that back. Yeah, there is. That way you can run your strap through either of those sides and kind of get a little tilt in and out of your camera.
Yeah, and I ran them all through that thinking that they went the other way, but they actually turned them on. The picture was upside down. I was like, well, hell. They're ass backwards. But it's nice because you can turn them on and you can see what they're seeing, and you can go out, set up wherever you
that's handy.
are planning on doing whatever. I think I'm actually going to turn this, and it gives you a 30-second countdown. I think we're going to go here, and I'm going to set up a scrape in the middle after it wise off, kind of something maybe right there in the junction, see what happens. That one's going to require a stick.
That is actually a really handy feature on that.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's a small screen to look at, but I can see my head in that. I mean, my head's in that picture, ain't it?
Yeah. I mean, like, right there at the bill of your hat, but yeah.
And a deer ain't this tall.
No.
So I'm going to set up a little scrape right here in between the Y. And go from there.
Yeah, and what makes that a really handy feature is we've all done this setting up trail cameras. This actually happened to me 3 different times well, I guess one of them was last year, but I set up a camera on public ground and like tried to brush it in and hide it. Well, I brushed it in too well, and I had like 1,900 pictures of a leaf just flickering back and forth in front of the camera. And another one set up. I had a little vine that every time the wind blew, it crossed. I had 6,000 pictures in 3 weeks. So that handy little feature is pretty nice. And we're not sponsored. We're not trying to sell them. Patrick's throwing sticks. But
what everybody's bag should have.
oh, look at that. Would you just look at it?
Yeah, looking stick.
That is a Milwaukee hatchet.
And the batteries last forever. One battery will do you for hours.
Yeah, we cleared out his little blind last season. I don't know, you probably cut down 50 saplings in about 15 minutes, and some of them were, 4, 5, 6 inches.
Yeah.
It's a handy little critter.
Perfect.
Now, what are we doing here?
Setting up a little licking tree or whatever you want to call them. Every time you see a scrape, they got an overhanging branch that they're messing with.
You want a knife to kind of angle that off?
It should stay good enough.
Alright. Now we've got a branch that they can get their glands and scent and everything rubbed on. Right over top of this little muck scrape here that we made. Well, Patrick made.
Put a little scent in it.
We'll put some scent in there. Might be the wrong kind, but I had plenty of coffee this morning. Patrick's over here limp wristing it. Alright, we'll check back with you soon. Alright, we are at spot number 2. Took a short boat ride, went to a different cove. You can see behind me we're on a big flat. These oaks. We're on a big oak flat. So, you've been back here in this area a time or two. I've never been back here. What is it that you look for when you're setting trail cameras and scouting new areas?
It's nice if you can get next to a field like this, and if you can find heavily traveled paths. I'm not really seeing anything too crazy yet. There's a couple paths here that go out in that field.
Yeah, we did find this doorway right here.
But it's not like trampled down.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's heavily used.
But when stuff's like this and open too, there's not usually like a set path. It seems like they just kind of roam. So,
which this is.
It's hard to say.
This is fairly open through here. It's not.
But it's open.
Yeah, like the stuff over in there, it's kind of thicker as it drops down a draw. But for the most part, this is very open.
Come November, you'll probably be able to see the lake from here, and we're quite a ways away from it.
Yeah. Yeah, we're probably, what, 120 yards or so?
If not more. Probably more.
I don't know. I use a rangefinder. I'm not good at guessing yardages. Outstanding. Well, let's keep looking around. Well, we've been kicking around up here for about, I don't know, another half an hour since we talked to you last. And we're just not seeing any real good definitive sign outside of right across the ridge edges. And then it just completely disperses. So I do believe that this area would produce deer. But as far as hanging a camera, it's probably not.
You can go, not even look for any deer signs set up, and you're going to kill a doe more than likely. But try and get close on one of those bigger bucks. You need to narrow them down. These woods are full of deer. Does everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm surprised we haven't kicked one up yet.
I am too. Especially around this lake. I mean, there's bunches and bunches of oak flats and all sorts of food sources, and You know, they're right here on the lake. They got plenty of cover they can get down to and get a drink of water. It's largely surrounded by ag fields, so they don't have to go anywhere. So this lake holds a lot of deer. It's just finding that one buck that you want. You know, that buck of a lifetime that everybody's after. That big old 30 pointer. I want to beat the 30 pointer. I want a 37 pointer. Why 37? I don't know. But that's what we're all looking for. Although I am primarily a meat hunter.
I passed a lot of bucks.
Yeah. I fill the freezer and then I start worrying about the decoration. Look for the entree and then worry about the garnish.
I did both.
And that's not to say that, you know, if a nice buck comes in range that he ain't gonna get an arrow flung at him, but
there you can see the kind of hills you got to deal with where the boat's at.
yeah, we're what, 15 yards, 20 yards from the boat, but it's like 60 feet away. Well, I guess 20 yards is 60 feet.
Yeah.
Point is,
we're still freaking 20 foot above it.
Yeah, we got to go down quite a ways to get back to it. But we're going to get back in the boat and go hit a couple more spots. Stay tuned. Alright, we're at like spot number 4. Just pulled the boat up. Saw a squirrel. Saw him on the limb of this locust. Right here, this one that overhangs. Yeah. I think. I don't know, he's right here on this little point. My battery's about to die, so hold on just a second. We'll find him, I'll turn it back on. Well, so far, spot number 4. We saw that squirrel. Then we couldn't find him. We got back in here and we walked as far north as what we could till we hit property lines. And this is kind of like the last spot that we were in. It's really just too open. There's nothing, no defining features that's going to funnel the deer any one particular direction. So this is going to be one of those spots where we'll probably try and get back in here at some point in time during bow season for an observation sit. Because sometimes that's, being here is the best tool that you've got. Alright, we're going to make it back to the boat and hit spot number 5. Alright, we're fixing to come back into spot number 5. Sure. Yeah, I think this is the 5th spot. And as you can see from our view here, this is what makes this lake so popular for crappie fishing. A lot of submerged timber. We're gonna idle back in here all nice and easy like and get to where we're getting. This is absolutely insane to me. Obviously enough, we're back out of the boat. But we're skirting these edges to stay out of the water in the spot that I usually sit on the ground and hunt. But the deer are definitely moving through here still. They're doing the same thing, skirting around the water. Yeah. Looks like some trees have come down. Let me flip you guys around here. You guys that watch this channel, the video with my daughter when we saw those little bucks, we were sitting right there behind that little broke off tree there at the base of that one. But yeah, I mean, there's water all the way up here. This is usually just all flat lake bed. So the lake is definitely up quite a ways. So we're gonna get down here and find a spot that I'm gonna put a camera. This is one of my favorite spots to hunt on public. A bunch of deer in here. Get caught back up to Patrick. I stopped to talk to you guys and he got ahead of me. He's on the other side of that tree. My 9-point was standing right there, and I was sitting. Yep, right there. Yeah, I was just off of it. I was kind of tucked in where that stuff's all grown up. Yeah, this water is crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Yep, there's, you know, parked cars and shit. Everybody just goes towards the end of the point and shit.
Well, there's my camera. This little Moultrie camera. Couldn't tell you what model it is. Just a nice little trail cam. I'll show you the view of what it's going to see. Pretty much right there. Chose this spot because there's the creek right there, and they generally cross right in around over here, but there's not
barreling down that steep hill.
Yeah, they come down. There's a spot they come down over here, they come down here, they come across from over that way, but there's a fairly decent walking path. Oh, my battery's gonna die. Okay, battery swapped. Anyway, there's a good walking There's a good walking path, trail, right down through there. Seen a bunch of deer in this bottom. Shot a few deer, well, two. I've shot 2 deer. You shot any down here?
Yeah, I've shot, I think 3 down here. I think 3.
I know I shot my basket rack down here out of that tree. He was standing, oh, just right over here, right there. My 9-point that I shot last year, I was sitting right over there, and he was standing right here, and right over there. Thanks to Patrick, we found that deer because it was not a great shot. Anyway, off to another spot. Okay, we are at the last spot that we're going to check out this evening. And thankfully, we're definitely getting in our cardio today. Blackberries? Huh. Just found some blackberries. Anyway, we're on our last spot. We found an area that's going to open up into a big open grass field. How was it?
Delicious.
You found a ripe blackberry. So we're going to get out here and have a look-see around. See what we can see. If we see anything worth seeing, we'll show you. Till then, stay tuned. Well, this spot turned out to be kind of a bust. All we ended up finding was a rough walking chisel plowed field. Oh, I guess we did have some delicious blackberries to snack on. But outside of that, we couldn't find really hardly any sign. So, held off on putting the camera up.
Was hoping it was planted. But no.
Yeah, it'd be one of those things that if it was planted, it'd probably be an absolute fire spot. Because with the way that the terrain is here, they get funneled straight into those fields. Again, well, it'd just simply be easier for them. But anyway, we're going to get back down to the boat. Once we get back someplace, then we'll get this video closed out. Thank you all for watching. Do me a favor and like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification, all that fun stuff. Oh, I guess I actually just closed it out. Well, until next time.